Hello. Okay, next tutorial. This tutorial is meant to be for Voldemort from Harry Potter, or more specifically his final form from, I think it's the 4th movie onwards. This makeup is actually one of my oldest requests. I had this requested since day one when I started making videos on YouTube, so I hope I did it justice for you guys. I'll flash on the screen now the first few people that actually requested this look. Obviously I can't shout everyone's names out because this video would go on forever, but here they are. And the very first person that requested this look requested it a very long time ago, but it was Angel Rocks 2009, so I'll pop your name there, so thank you so much. Well, thank you everyone that requested this look, but you were the first person. So yeah, if you'd like to see how to recreate this makeup, stay tuned. So to start things off, I'm going to block out my eyebrows and I'm going to be applying a plain latex ball cap because Voldemort obviously doesn't have any hair. So I'll pop links here and here to the tutorials I've done in the past to teach you guys how to do that, just to make this video that much shorter. So yeah, so I'm going to apply my ball cap, block out my eyebrows and get back to you. So there we go, so I've applied my ball cap and I've gone over the edge with some liquid latex just to blend the edge in, and obviously I've left my ears out of the cap because Voldemort does have ears. So then I'm going to take some liquid latex and a sponge and I'm going to start applying that all over my face. I'm probably going to do about maybe 3 coats of liquid latex over my face and over my eyebrows because I'm not going to build that up much. I'm going to be building up the eyebrows and the nose area, so I just want to get a good base going first. So once I've done that, I'm going to take some regular tissue paper that I've torn in two, so I've got the thinner halves, and the idea is to work with little strips at a time, so not much bigger than that. So for now I'm going to work on my eyebrows because Voldemort's got this very pronounced brow, isn't he? That's very straight across. It's not as much, not so angry. It's straight across and then down slightly, so it's more of a sad expression. So I'm just going to build up this area here and slightly downwards. So the idea is to cover the area in latex. Then I'm going to push some tissue down over the top of that. Then I can take my sponge and the latex and just saturate that. So I'm going to build up this whole area here for about 5 to 6 coats, and as it's drying I can push it in the direction I want, which is going to be pushing down here to make so the opposite of pushing in the middle, because you don't want it to look angry, you want it to look more, as I said, sad. So there we are, so not quite angry. I mean, I've pushed it ever so slightly down here just to make it a tiny bit furrowed, but it's more so I've pushed on the temples just to give it that really pronounced brow and just to make the area where the eyebrows were extra smooth. Yeah, because I mean all the attention is drawn to the middle of the face with the eyes and the nose, so yeah. So speaking of the nose, that's the next bit I'm going to start on. So obviously I can't block my nose out completely, like they couldn't do it in the film because it's near on impossible, they had to use CGI, but I'm going to try my best. I'm going to do it very similar to my smiley makeup. I'm going to use some masking tape and I'm going to make it so that there's a slight ridge. That's as close as I'm going to get, because I'm basically going to join my bridge of my nose to my top lip, so there's still going to be a bump, which there kind of is in the film, but there's no getting away from that really, unfortunately. Hopefully on the profile will look quite good from the side, maybe not so good. It's up to you guys how big your nose is, I suppose. Yeah. So yes, I'm going to start by applying maybe 2 or 3 strips of latex around my nose to the latex base, and then I can start coating it in some latex. So there we are. So after the initial 3 strips of tape, so 1 going vertically, then 2 going horizontally, I was able to build a bridge with the tape. So the more tape I applied, the smoother this area got. So I've gone, for every 1 that I've gone down, I've gone 2 across. So 1 down, then 2 across, 1 down, 2 across, until I've got this shape. So obviously it's not done yet, but I'm starting to lose this ridge here mainly. So now I need to smooth out the tape. So I'm going to take some more liquid latex, apply it over the tissue for about 2 coats, and then do exactly the same as what I did on my forehead with the tissue. So I'll latex and tissue for about 4 to 5 coats until the area is completely smooth and there's no edge. Okay, so there we go. I've left this area here clear of most of the latex and tissue just so I can speak without the edges lifting up, although I am going to switch over to a voiceover now just because I sound really nasally whenever I cover my nose, and I want you guys to understand me as much as possible. So yes, I'm going to switch to a voiceover now just to make things a bit clearer. So for the foundation, I'm going to be using a Snazaroo Clown White, and I'm going to apply that all over my face, neck and ears. Then I took a Barry M number 6 blue eyeliner pencil, and I used that to draw on the kind of like, they're the veins, but they're kind of like tree roots. So I pressed really heavily at the back of the head and then tapered the roots out towards the centre of the face. I did this on the top of my head, near my ears and under my chin as well. It doesn't matter particularly what pattern it goes in, as long as it's very veiny and it comes off like each spike has its own little tree root that comes off it. It's better that it isn't symmetrical as well. Just try and press as light as possible as you taper it off. Then I went in with another 2 eyeliner pencils in a light purple, which is number 15 by Barry M and number 79 by Prestige. It's a dark purple, just to add a bit more dimension in there, just so it's not one block colour. And I did exactly the same thing again, just some of them were overlapping in the same pattern. Then I took a Grimas black cream in 101 and I used that just to shape the eyes a bit better. So I went in the crease of my eyes and I went ever so slightly up towards the brow furrow, just to make it look a tiny bit angry and a bit sad at the same time. And I also pulled the colour down under the eyes as well, just to draw in the eye bags that he has. They don't quite meet in the middle, they just go from the tear duct in the corner of your eye just down slightly under the eye. And I blended that out as well, just so there's no block colour. So then I took a smaller, stiffer brush and I used the same black cream just to draw on some nasal labial folds. Then I took a new brush and I blended this colour outwards, so it leaves the middle area where your nose, well, even though your nose is hidden, it leaves that area completely clear of colour. It just adds puffiness to the cheeks that he has. So don't add any extra colour on this, just blend the colour out as much as you can. Then I took some Snazaroo black watercolour and I used that to draw on the 2 elongated nostrils that he has. Then I took my Kryolan bruise wheel and I used the burgundy red that's in that palette just to go around the eyes and blend that colour out, just because he's got this pinkish complexion around his eyes. Just make sure the colour's completely blended out so there's no block colour. You don't want to be able to see where it starts and finishes. For the lips, I used an MUA lipstick in shade 2, and it's a light pink without looking too obvious like lipstick, but his lips do have that shade of pink to them. Then to grey up the complexion a little bit and just to set everything in place, I used a black hairspray, sprayed a distance all over my face and neck. I only went over it one pass because if I did it more than that it would go a lot darker than it needs to be. And there we go. So I finished the look off by popping on a black robe and 2 light green contact lenses I got from cameleyes.com, and of course my Voldemort wand. So yeah, so that's my look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like it, please make sure to, the usual rate, comment, subscribe and all that jazz. And yeah, so until next time, bye.